So, being that Valentine's Day is tomorrow, I figured that this would be a perfect time for me to talk about something that changed how I looked at dating completely on this episode. So, this should be fun. I wanted to switch it up. I didn't want to go your typical route, like reading the stats of Valentine's Day. Over $40 billion are spent on flowers. I feel like that's just, come on, man. What are we talking about? Nobody cares at this point. But before we get into that, let's talk about our wins, losses, and lessons for the week. I want you to think about yours as I am talking about mine. Okay. Let's see what I got. What I got. Couple wins. Oh, I'm down 3 pounds. I'm down 3 pounds. I don't know if I told you I'm going through a cut right now. Started at 190. Uh, got down to 187, actually 187.2. So I actually lost like 2.8 pounds. So yeah, the journey of the weight loss has begun. Well, the journey of the cut, I should say. What else? Oh, I'm benching 225 now. Stop playing with your boy. I like working out with it too. I hit 225 like 8 times the other day. And if you don't know, here's a fun fact. Studies estimate that less than 0.5% of the general population, like 1 in 1,000 people, can actually bench 225. So your boy in that point five. And if you want to know what it's like to be in that point five, I can tell you, man, I've been here for about few days now, and it feels good. It feels good to be in this 0.5%. There's all kind of people up here, man. I'll be waiting on you when you're ready to come meet me in this 0.5% club, boy. Now, I will say it is on the Smith machine. And I have to specify because somebody was like, that's not really 225. Apparently, the Smith machine bar is not 45 pounds. Well, not all of them. It's like you got to check your Smith machine. Dude, I don't know where to look for that, dude. But I guess I got to figure out. I thought it was 45 pounds. Anyway, it's more weight than I ever put on the bar and lifted. Okay, so that's still a PR. I don't know why that just made me aggravated. I think I'm just scared I might get kicked out of the 0.5% club. Anyway, is that all my wins? I guess that's all my wins. Moving on to losses. Man, all right. So I told myself I was going to call my grandparents this week, and I didn't. And the reason I feel like this is a loss for me personally is because I haven't talked to my grandparents since Christmas, y'all. It's freaking February. It's about to be Valentine's Day. I feel like that's kind of ridiculous. Like if I'm being honest, that's pretty bad, right? That's really bad. It just feels like a loss for me. But I'm so busy. Y'all don't understand. Like I've just been so. Shut up, Steve. That's not an excuse. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. That is not an excuse, bro. You should be fortunate that you still have grandparents living on this earth. Pick up the freaking phone, bro. It's only 30 minutes, dude. So many of my friends don't even have their grandparents anymore. I talk about my grandparents. They're like, wait, your grandparents are still alive? I'm like, yeah, man. These people practically raised you, Steve. And I'm just talking to myself right now, y'all. I'm just thinking, like, man, they practically raised me. They gave me years of their life, and I can't even do 30 minutes on the phone. God, dude, you got to get it together, bro. You got your priorities out of whack or something, man. God damn. Anyway, as for the lesson this week, ooh, man, I had a deep lesson, y'all. I had a revelation, I guess. But the lesson I learned is you can't rush the ending. Okay. And to give you some background here, my lease is ending in a few months. And I've been in this place for like, I don't know, like the past 4 years. I've been in San Diego for the past 4 years. And I'm not sure whether I want to stay here another year or leave. I feel like I need to move, but I don't know where I need to move. That's a weird situation to be in. It's like I gotta get out, but I don't know where to go. And so that's been in the back of my mind on a daily basis. So much to the point that I found myself not even cherishing these last few moments that I have at this place, in this beautiful community, this beautiful city. Oh my gosh, like, you know how many people dream to live here, Steve? You're so distracted by trying to figure out what's next that you're missing the now. And I even found myself rushing into the unknown. Instead of trying to slow it down, it's like I was rushing into the unknown. I don't even know where I'm going, but I'm just trying to get there fast. And now it's to the point where I have so many things up in the air that I can't even make a decision yet. I feel like life does that to you sometimes. It's like you try to push and push and push so hard that life is like, all right, dude, since you don't want to stop pushing, I'm gonna put you in a position where you can't push at all anymore. How about that? Just sit there. It's almost like life puts you in timeout real quick. But the timeout is for your benefit. It's actually benefiting you. because you have no choice but to sit and reflect and think about the situation you're in and almost and just be grateful. I am grateful. I will say that I am grateful for the situation I am in, but I think I'm just ready for the new, but it's like, man, hold up. You can't rush this ending, bro. Slow it down, man. The end is not here yet. Stop trying to rush it. Enjoy what's left of it because once it's gone, my boy. So that's a lesson I have definitely been learning this week. And I read this thing. I want to make sure I read it correctly. I don't want to mess up the wording. It says, life sometimes demands that you experience the full emotional arc of leaving rather than just fast forwarding to the next chapter. Trying to rush the departure often causes you to miss the beauty of the present moment. And that perfectly describes my situation right now. But anyway, those are my wins and my losses and lessons for the week. Hopefully, you had some good ones. And I'm thinking about taking out the losses part. I'm thinking about just making it wins and lessons because if we turn all our losses into lessons, do we really have any losses? I don't know. I feel like I don't like losses. So anyway, I'll think about that more. Now, let's get into our Valentine's Day episode, shall we? I saw one of those dating requirement lists the other day on TikTok. You know the ones. He has to be 6 feet tall, makes six figures, emotionally intelligent, healed, ambitious, funny, communicates perfectly, never insecure, never boring. You know the ones I'm talking about. This thing was like freaking 17 TikTok slides long. And I just remember sitting there thinking, when did dating become shopping? Like, it felt like I was reading somebody's shopping list. Like you can just Amazon Prime a relationship. That's what it feels like. It feels like people are out here trying to Amazon Prime relationships. You scroll, you compare, add that mug to cart, bro. That's why I feel like they out here scrolling, they comparing, and they adding the one they like to cart. And this thought keeps popping up in the back of my head, man. And this is the thought I keep getting. Everybody wants to find the right person, and nobody wants to become the right person. Everybody looking for the right person. Nobody trying to become the right person though. For some reason, nobody think anything wrong with them. No, it's everybody else. It's not me. You can't keep nobody, but nothing's wrong with you. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. We got to start being honest at some point. So back in 2019, 2020-ish, back when I was single, I pulled a list out of this drawer I had in the kitchen. And it was a list of all the things I wanted in a girl. And I looked at it. That man, let me tell you something. That list was like 15 to 20 non-negotiables, bro. Like 15 to 20, y'all, non-negotiables. And then under that, the page split in half, and it was like 20 more negotiables. Like it was ridiculous. I think I even had some stuff written on the back, bro. That's how bad it was. And then I asked myself, man, if this person was to walk in this room today, would they even want me? Mm. And I had to be honest with myself, man. Like at that time, would they see me as an equal or would they see me as a project? Long story short, I put that list back in the drawer, man. Let me tell you something. I had to put that bad boy back. I was like, no, we ain't ready for this yet. Mm-mm. I just wasn't ready for the type of person I wanted. And to be honest, I wasn't really looking either. But I wanted to be ready for this person if they popped up. If you stay ready, you never have to get ready. And so that's kind of the situation I was in. So, but looking at that list and pulling it out that day made me realize how much more work I had to do on myself. Because if all the people I want are looking at me as a project, dude, they're never going to get with me. So I have to level up. And that's what I spent the next few years doing. And see, that's the part nobody want to talk about, man. A lot of people want a finished product while they're still a rough draft. You know, it's like you still in beta, bro. But you want somebody who complete, who well put together, who finished. You think you the complete package in your mind, but you got to look at you from the perspective of the type of person that you desire. You might be a fixer-upper in their eyes, and that's okay. Just go fix yourself up before you out here talking about what you deserve. I just feel like people aren't looking for love anymore, man. So many people are just looking for someone else to solve their problems instead of becoming the type of person who don't create problems in the first place. If you're unstable, a stable person is not going to deal with you. They're going to realize quickly that you're not on their level and you need a parent and not a partner. They have to look at you as an equal in their eyes. And a lot of times we tend to see things just from our perspective. That don't work in dating. And I think a lot of people are starting to realize that now more than ever. And I'm not like picking on nobody. I just want to be clear. These are realizations I had to sit with too. I had to get real with myself. You need to get real with yourself before you start dating with intention, especially if you out here dating with the intentions to get married. The more real you get with yourself, the easier it is to know what you need to work on. And once you start working on those things, you will attract higher quality people. But if you never fix anything about you, then you will just continue to date the same people in different bodies. That's how that works forever, forever until you die. And somehow people think they're the exception to the rule. I don't have to work on me. Everybody need to work on them and then come find me. You gonna be lonely forever. If that's your way of thinking, you will be lonely forever. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, we live in a day and age where the people who are working on themselves, whether it be physically, mentally, spiritually, they not putting up with mediocre anymore. Back in the day, I feel like, our parents and our grandparents, they kind of just settled with whoever. It's like, well, all right, they cook good. This one got a farm. We're going to be able to live over there. This one got, whatever. Listen, people are more independent than ever nowadays. Sometimes I'm just looking for the right person is a cute way of saying I'm avoiding doing the work I know I need to do. It's easier to say the dating pool is trash than to say I'm not who I need to be yet. People can see straight through that though. That's just entitlement, man. The world does not owe you a good partner. You have to become a good partner to attract one. And that's what I realized, man. I had to tell myself, Steve, you want a queen, but you out here living like a peasant. Mm. And it was true. It was true. I had to sit with that and accept it. I was drinking every night. Every night I was drunk. I was finding excuses to get drunk. Oh, the Bengals won. Let's get drunk. Like, Steve, you don't even watch sports. I don't care. Somebody out here winning. It ain't me. And it wasn't me. I just had to celebrate somebody else winning. Oh, the Astros won? Shoot, let's get drunk. I was over there scrolling on Google trying to find something to celebrate. Oh, the Indian cricket team just won the championship. Let's get drunk. Go ahead and give me 2 4 locos. I was out here living like a peasant and demanding the world give me a queen, y'all. Come on, man. So I stopped updating that list and I started updating me. And that's when everything changed, man. I started updating my discipline, updating my consistency, updating my emotional regulation, updating my habits. Even when nobody was watching, I started updating Steve, man. My whole life started to change after that. Different opportunities, different dating prospects, higher quality women. See, when you start working on yourself, you get jumped into a higher quality dating pool. You don't deal with stuff that the regular people in the regular dating pool deal with. You know, that's the best part about working on yourself. You get special perks, you get benefits. Hey, you mess around, start working on yourself, you mess around, get that life benefit package. I'm telling you, man, the best way to level up your dating, your career, your everything is to level up you. And so basically, if you're single, you should be asking yourself, how do I spend time becoming undeniable? Okay. Not perfect, not flashy, just solid. Because high value people don't find each other on dating apps anymore. They recognize each other by how they live. Okay. If you want to attract a 10, you can't be a 4 with a long list of demands. That's crazy. And it's happening. So, I guess to conclude our little Valentine's Day episode, I want to say you can't keep window shopping for a person to fix the version of you that you haven't even accepted responsibility for yet. Like, you need to accept the flaws that you have and go fix that, go work on that, and stop looking for somebody to rescue you. Love is not supposed to be a rescue mission. I think it's supposed to be like a meeting point. You got your life together, I got my life together. All right, let's meet in the middle and see what we can contribute to each other's lives. Anyway, hopefully that helps somebody. I'm just speaking on what has helped me in the past. Whenever I upgraded me, my dating pool also upgraded. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's so much better. The top feels so much better than the bottom. Shout out to 50 Cent for saying that. Just something to sit with. As always, you guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And thank you for hearing me out. Let's get it.